Now, on the local scene, there are a couple of things that I wanted to comment on, time permitting. Both of them actually have to do with the PNP's proposal to reduce GCT by 2 percentage points. Dr. Peter Phillips made that suggestion at a meeting of the party's National Executive Council in Trelawney late last month, and they were saying that it should be that the government should implement this in their next budget. I've heard a couple of versions of the story. One is that they should do it now before Christmas, which is like the timeline is too short for it to be implemented so soon. Another one was that they should do it in the next budget presentation. And then I've also heard that PNP has promised to make that a part of their election platform, so that if they win, they're going to cut GCT by 2 percentage points. And the government side has reportedly said that they'll take it into consideration. And as we all know by now, the PNP's own Dr. Andre Haughton rubbished the suggestion.
If we are supposed to reduce GCT by 2%, moving it from 16.5 to 14.5%, it will cost the country around 25 to 26 billion, assuming that every year we intake 200 billion from GCT. Now this 2% is going to cost the country $26 billion. That is the average cost. Now, what is the cost and what is the benefit to the average consumer? I mean, if you buy something for $100, you'll pay $16.15 GCT. You're going to save $2. Is this savings as significant enough to each Jamaican for us to sacrifice $26 billion to achieve?
I do want to comment on the substance of the debate too, but I won't have time this morning. I'm going to leave that for Monday. I want to comment on the politics of it this morning, particularly Dr. Andre Haughton's comments and the way that he spoke to our reporter, Stevian Simmonds, which I found disturbing. The way he spoke to her and then just hung up the phone on her. And also the initial comments that he made in the Senate and the way that he initially responded to it. All three just demonstrated tremendous ego for somebody who's new to politics. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? For a political neophyte, he sure is arrogant. Like, my goodness, man. Like, take your time now, Andre Haughton. So here's what he said when he put out a statement saying that he was misinterpreted by the media.
My presentation have been misinterpreted by the media, so I feel bad. Yeah. So my presentation in the Senate was specifically in relation to the state and nation currently, So I've been recently joined the PNP. There's a disconnect between my academic profession, where I'm used to intellectual freedom, and the party affiliation, which is I should run things by them before I make certain utterances. So that's it.
Okay, so fair enough. He claims he was misinterpreted. I don't think he was misinterpreted. He said what he said, and now he has to walk it back. And so Stevian asked the natural follow-up question. You walking this back because your party has reprimanded you, because you're going against what the leader has said, what the opposition spokesman on finance has said, and this is how that portion of the conversation went.
So you're saying, as a member of the PNP, you have to consult with the party before you make public utterances?
Yeah, regarding the party policy, That's the best way to do it.
So is it that you were reprimanded when you made the statement?
Nobody can reprimand me, I'm a big man.
What do you say to persons who kind of doubting your credibility at this point?
Oh, if you doubt my credibility, my argument not change. I something when I look for Twitter again, don't it? Joke thing and people are depending on. When I look something for Twitter again, just read the article and twist it. I want to feel like twisting.
But how was your comment?
And that's where the phone call abruptly ended. He hung up the phone, obviously, on her. Big man thing. I got for reprimand, big man. Oh, it's laughable, but at the same time, it's not particularly funny. You'd think that as someone in opposition hoping to win his first seat and launch a successful political career, that he'd want to endear himself to both his own party, the electorate, and the media not make enemies of all three. You know, it's a loose lips sink ships. I think Andre Haughton better watch his tone, lest he end up like the PNP's other young maverick, Damian Crawford, whose mouth just keeps getting him into trouble time after time, and who's now a two-time political loser. Yeah. So on Monday, I do want to look at the substance of the debate and the proposal itself about potentially cutting 2% of percentage points off GCT. But for now, that's what's on my mind.